हरिः ओम्। नमः सर्वेभ्यः। अद्य कृदन्तप्रकरणस्य शतोत्तरः एकविंशः पाठः। स्त्र्यधिकारस्य अध्ययनम् अद्य प्रारभामहे। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयं नमस्कृत्य तदुक्तिः परिभाव्य च वैयाकरणसिद्धान्तकौमुदीयं विरच्यते। सिद्धान्तकौमुद्याः कृदन्तप्रकरणस्य अस्य वर्गस्य प्रयोजनानि। सिद्धान्तकौमुद्याः कृदन्तप्रकरणस्य सर्वेषां सूत्राणां विस्तारेण अध्ययनं, यत्र आवश्यकं तत्र अन्येषां व्याख्यानानां साहाय्येन शास्त्राध्ययनं, सर्वेभ्यः धातुभ्यः यथा योग्यं कृत् प्रत्यययोजनं, कृत् प्रत्यये परे रूपनिर्माणप्रक्रियायाः अभ्यासः, अष्टाध्याय्याः तृतीयाध्यायस्य कण्ठस्थीकरणम्। अस्माभिः कृदन्तप्रकरणस्य वर्गस्य 8 करपत्राणि सम्पूर्णरूपेण अधीतानि। अद्यतनवर्गात् आरभ्य नवमस्य करपत्रस्य अध्ययनं प्रारभामहे। कृदन्तप्रकरणे भावार्थकाः स्त्रीलिङ्गवाचिनः प्रत्ययाः। तत्र भावाधिकारः इति इदानीमपि प्रचलत् अस्ति। पूर्वस्मिन् करपत्रे प्रारब्धः भावे तथा अकर्तरि च कारके संज्ञायाम् इति अधिकारः अष्टमं करपत्रं तथा च नवमं करपत्रम् उभयत्र स्वीक्रियते। उभयत्र तस्य व्याप्तिः विद्यते। अत्र अष्टमात् करपत्रात् अनन्तरं नवमस्य करपत्रस्य विशेषरूपेण तत्र वासरूपविधेः विषये विशिष्टं कार्यं भवति, अतः विधानं कृतम् अस्ति। तत्र स्त्रियां क्तिन् इत्यतः आरभ्य आक्रोशे नञ्यनिः इति सूत्रं यावत् स्त्र्यधिकारः स्त्रीलिङ्गवाचिनां कृत् प्रत्ययानाम् अधिकारः प्रारभते। अस्मिन् अधिकारे क्तिन्, श्क्यप्, श, अ इत्येते भिन्नाः प्रत्ययाः पाठिताः सन्ति। तत्र क्तिन् इति प्रारम्भे विद्यमानः औत्सर्गिकप्रत्ययः स्त्रियां क्तिन् इति सूत्रं, तस्य अपवादत्वेन भिन्नाः प्रत्ययाः अग्रे भिन्नेभ्यः धातुभ्यः उच्यन्ते। तत्र अस्य करपत्रस्य कः विशेषः इति वदामश्चेत् अस्माभिः भिन्नानि करपत्राणि इति यावन्ति दृष्टानि, तत्र कस्मिन्नपि करपत्रे लिङ्गविशिष्टाः प्रत्ययाः इति अस्माभिः न दृष्टाः। So the first karapatram was krityaha. We discussed about specific pratyas that occur in karmani or bhave. Then we had anadis where we talked about specific pratyas in presence of upapada. For a few sheets, bhutakala and vartamana kala, we talked about a specific kala. For bhavarthaka, we talked about specific bhava. And now here we are introducing a completely different dimension, the specific linga. So the pratyayas that are still in the bhave and akartari karake sense are now being introduced in a specific linga. So atra asya prakaranasya prarambhat purvam कृत् प्रत्ययैः इत्युक्ते कृदन्त प्रकरणे पाठितैः प्रत्ययैः लिङ्गस्य निर्देशः कथं भवति इत्यस्मिन् विषये काचित् पीठिका अस्माभिः आदौ ज्ञेया। तत्र कृत् प्रत्ययानां लिङ्गनिर्देशं मनसि निधाय विभाजनं कुर्मश्चेत् लिङ्गसामान्यवाचकाः नो चेत् लिङ्गसामान्यनिर्देशकाः प्रत्ययाः तथा च लिङ्गविशिष्टनिर्देशकाः प्रत्ययाः इति भागद्वयं कर्तुं शक्यते। Most of the pratyas occurring in this particular chapter or this particular krudanta prakaranam are linga samanya pratyayas. They do not restrict the linga of the final form. So for example, when you use the tavya pratyaya or truch pratyaya or kta pratyaya, it just gives you a pratipadikam, and the pratipadikam can run in multiple lingas depending on the visheshya. So kartavyaha kataha, कर्तव्या भक्ति, कर्तव्यं कार्यं, नो चेत् भिन्नानि एतादृशानि वाक्यानि भवितुम् अर्हन्ति। most of the pratyayas are exactly like this. They do not restrict the linga of the resultant word. However, there are also second type of pratyayas, linga vishishta pratyayas, which not just impart a specific meaning, but they also restrict the linga of the resultant word. So we have pullinga vishishta pratyayaha, strilinga vishishta pratyayaha, napumsakalinga vishishta pratyayaha. पुल्लिंग विशिष्टेषु अस्माभिः घञ् प्रत्ययः दृष्टः, अच् अप् इत्येते सर्वे प्रत्ययाः पूर्वस्मिन् करपत्रे दृष्टाः. अग्रे गत्वा घ इति कश्चन प्रत्ययः पुंसि संज्ञायां घः प्रायेण इति सूत्रेण पुल्लिंगे विधीयते. So these are scattered here and there. Similarly, for the napumsakalingas, we saw lut pratyaya, napumsake bhavektah lut cha. So again, they only generate napumsakalinga forms. And now our current focus is this strilinga vishishta pratyayaha. All of these are combined together in sheet number 9. Ktin pratyayah, a pratyayah, ang pratyayah, yuch pratyayah इत्येते सर्वे भिन्नाः इति केचन कानिचन उदाहरणानि एव सन्ति. इत्येताः भिन्नाः प्रत्ययाः अत्र अस्मिन् करपत्रे पाठिताः सन्ति. इदानीम् अस्मिन् विषये किञ्चित् विस्तरेण अधिकं जानीमः. So if you look at these strilinga vishishtaha pratyayaha, all the pratyayas present in sheet number 9, and now what I'm telling is quite important, so please pay proper attention. If you look at all these pratyayas in sheet number 9, you can see that these pratyayas can be classified further into two different groups. All these strilinga vishishtaha krut pratyayaha etesham tatra agre punah bhagadvayam bhavitum arhati. स्त्रीत्व विशिष्टार्थ बोधक द्योतकाः, स्त्रीत्व विशिष्टार्थ बोधकाः. Let us understand these terminologies. You can see the way this is being constructed. स्त्रीत्व विशिष्टार्थ बोधकाः and स्त्रीत्व विशिष्टार्थ बोधकाः द्योतकाः च. So actually we have three different categories. We have a category called as bodhakas. I'm going to explain all of these. We have a category called dyotakas, and we have a combined category called bodhaka and dyotaka together. Now that third category, which is not written on the slide over here, dyotakas, you don't see the examples in the Krudanta Prakaranam, but all the way in the beginning of chapter 4, whatever Stri Pratyaya Prakaranam, a well-known Stri Pratyaya Prakaranam, ta, pada, cha, neep, gish, all those pratyayas, they are also Strilinga Vishishta, but they belong to that third category, Dyotaka Pratyayaha. So we have these three categories. We have bodhaka pratyayas, we have dyotaka pratyayas, and some of them are come under both the groups, bodhaka dyotaka pratyayas. Tatra kinchit pashyamah, kim nama bodhaka pratyayaha tatha kim nama dyotaka pratyayaha. So the verb itself gives out everything. Bodhaka word is generated from buddha, buddha jnane, buddha avagamane. So these are the words that actually, these are the pratyayas that actually impart the femininity to the substrate on which they are acting. So these pratyayas, they will add femininity, but they do not have the necessary syntax so that the resultant word can be used in the sentence. On the other hand, the dyotaka pratyayas, dyuta, deeptau, they only throw the light on the existing femininity and they just expose it so that the word can be directly used in the sentence. Let me repeat this once again with some examples. These pratyayas, the first category on the slide, they are bodhakas as well as dyotakas, whereas the second category are just the bodhakas, they are not the dyotakas. What is a bodhaka? They will impart the femininity. So it is like a semantic pratyaya. They will give that meaning, but they do not give the necessary syntax so that the word can run like say nadi or like say mala or like say vadhu, whatever. So ete pratyaya, I'm reading on the right side. एते प्रत्ययाः स्त्रीत्व विशिष्टम् अर्थं बोधयन्ति, परन्तु तत्र तेषां निर्देशार्थं, स्त्रीत्वस्य निर्देशार्थं तत्र पृथक् प्रत्ययः आवश्यकः. So you take a pratyaya, for example, which is defined in this section, or you take ang pratyaya, which is defined in sheet number 9. Both the pratyayas are bodhaka pratyayas. They will impart the necessary femininity. So raksha on the top of it is not feminine. It's just a verb. Now, in order to impart femininity, we'll add a pratyaya. But on adding a pratyaya, even though the femininity gets imparted, it is still not in the position in which it can be expressed. Dyotanam is just being visible, being expressible. In order to do that, we add those three pratyaya which are present in 4.1 in the beginning, ajadya, tashtap, and so on. So tatra tap pratyayah kriyate, prarambhe a iti pratyayah bodhanartham, tadartham tap iti pratyayah dyotanartham, tadartham tatra raksha, rakshe, rakshaha iti rupani bhavitum arhanti. On the other hand, there are some pratyayas which are bodhakas as well as dyotakas. So you don't need an extra dyotaka on the top of it. So mana plus ktin ityatra bodhanam api bhavati, dyotanam api bhavati. Ataha mati इति यः शब्दः सिद्ध्यति तत्र पुनः भिन्नः टापडाप्चापिक्ति कोऽपि प्रत्ययः नावश्यकः. डायरेक्टली मतिः मति मतयः इति रूपाणि भवितुम् अर्हन्ति. सिमिलर्ली अनि इति कश्चन प्रत्ययः अस्मिन्नेव प्रकरणे विद्यते. तत्र आप्रयाणी इति यद् रूपं सिद्ध्यति तत्र पुनः नूतनः द्योतकः प्रत्ययः नावश्यकः. So this is the fundamental difference. Some pratyayas are powerful enough so that they will do both these things simultaneously, whereas some pratyayas only will impart the femininity. Now the third category, as I mentioned, the category of the dyotakas, you don't see the krut pratyayas, but all the way in the beginning, say 4.1.3, ajadya tashtap. So you start with the striyam adhikara, the stri pratyaya prakaranam at the beginning of chapter 4. All these pratyayas in the stri pratyaya prakaranam, why is this not loading? All these pratyayas in the stri pratyaya prakaranam at the beginning of 4.1, these pratyayas, they are only dyotakas. They do not add femininity. The femininity is inherently present in the word. They are only going to express that femininity. So for example, when you add a tap pratyaya on the aja word, aja has the femininity already in it, only to express that femininity. Stritvam dyotayitum ajadi ganasya shabdebhyah akarantebhyah shabdebhyah tap iti pratyayah bhavati. So in Kaumudi, you can see this wording very precise. Ajadinam akarantasya vachamya stritvam. The stritvam is already there. Tatra dyotye tapsyat. So these are purely dyotaka pratyayas. And if you read Balamanorama, very beautifully explained the difference between dyotakas and bodhakas. So he also talks about the current ktin pratyaya and striyam tin adhikara, and he talks about what is the difference between the dyotakas and bodhakas. I think it's there in either this sutram or the previous sutram, striyam iti. So here, so tabadayastu dyotakaha, the tap and the other pratyayas are only indicators. They will only glow, or they will only make the inherent femininity visible to the word. These words are called dyotakas. Whereas pratyayas like ktin, which also impart the femininity, are called bodhakas. So somewhere I think over here he uh, in one of those lines he explains here, for example, ktinneva stritvasya uktatvat, and so on. So here in this particular paragraph, 2 3 lines here and there, he explains that these pratyayas, the ktin and others, are bodhakas. So look at this. Kincha matru duhitru swasru gavadi shabdeshu vinapi tabadi pratyayam stritva vishishtarthasya bodhat. Words like matru or words like gauhu or words like mati that we are discussing right now, there is a stritva vishishtartha bodha plus there is a dyotana. So we classify them under we classify them under stritva vishishtartha bodhaka dyotakaha. These names are not necessarily standard. I just cooked them up something, so don't take them like pramanam or anything, but understand that these two terms are very important. Where do you use the word bodhaka, whereas where do you use the word dyotaka? So bodhaka is the one that imparts femininity. Dyotaka is the one that only expresses or brings on the surface or enlightens the existing femininity. So here we have bodhaka dyotaka pratyayas like tin and ani. We have only bodhaka pratyayas that impart the femininity but fail to express that femininity, and therefore tap or neep pratyaya has to be added on the top of it. सो अतः अस्मिन् प्रकरणे अग्रे गत्वा प्रत्येकं प्रत्ययः स्वीक्रियते चेत् अयं प्रत्ययः बोधकद्योतकः अस्ति उद अयं प्रत्ययः बोधकः अस्ति इति चिन्तनं करणीयं. तत्र उत्तरं सरलमस्ति. तत्र टाप् डाप् चाप् इति कश्चन अन्यः प्रत्ययः तत्र उपरि स्थाप्यते चेत् केवलं बोधकः, परन्तु न स्थाप्यते चेत् बोधकः तथा च द्योतकः इति उभयथा तत्र प्रयोगः भवति. Another important point why this Triadhikara is separated out in sheet number 9. I have been mentioning this again and again. Tatra Vasarupaha astriyam iti Striadhikare Vasarupa vidhi na pravartate. We have discussed this. One full class was taken on explaining the Vasarupa vidhi. Vasarupaha astriyam. Tatra kaha arthaha? There are two components to that particular paribhasha. स्त्र्यधिकारे उक्तः अपवादः स्त्र्यधिकारात् बहिः उक्तम् उत्सर्गं नित्यं बाधते. सो तत्र अपवादः यदि अस्मिन् अधिकारे अस्ति, उत्सर्गः यदि अस्मात् अधिकारात् बहिः अस्ति, तथापि अयम् अपवादः उत्सर्गं नित्यं बाधते. तत्र सारूप्यस्य चिन्तनं न करणीयम्. So for example, ktin pratyaya is an apavada for ghaya ach apa, because ghaya ach apa are when they are defined for all lingas. But for the strilinga, the ktin pratyaya will block them. Therefore, ktin iti asmin prakarane uktaha apavadaha अस्मात् प्रकरणात् बहिः उक्तानाम् उत्सर्गानां संपूर्ण रूपेण बाधनं करोति. अतः स्त्रीलिंगे वाच्ये स्त्रीलिंगस्य विषये घय अच अप इत्येते प्रत्ययाः न विधीयन्ते. This is first component. Second component, within this particular sheet number 9, whatever utsarga pavada relationship is there, there also Vasarupa vidhi cannot be used. स्त्र्यधिकारे उक्तः अपवादः अस्मिन्नेव अधिकारे उक्तं सरूपम् असरूपं वा उत्सर्गं नित्यं बाधते. सो स्त्रियां क्तिन् इति सूत्रेण सर्वेभ्यः धातुभ्यः औत्सर्गिकरूपेण क्तिन् प्रत्ययः भवति. तदपवादत्वेन प्रत्ययान्ताः धातवः आतिदेशिकः धातवः सन् प्रत्ययान्तः यङ् प्रत्ययान्तः एंड सो ऑन, एतेभ्यः धातुभ्यः अ इति प्रत्ययः भवति. अयम् अप्रत्ययः क्तिन् प्रत्ययं नित्यं बाधते. परन्तु ण्यासश्रन्थो युच इति सूत्रेण णिच् तथा णिङ् प्रत्ययान्त शब्देभ्यः, so णिच् and णिङ् प्रत्ययान्त शब्दास are atideshika dhatus. So technically for them you want a pratyaya, I mean the previous sutram will give a pratyaya, tasya badhaka rupena पुनः युच् इति प्रत्ययः भवति. So युच् इत्यनेन असरूप अपवादेन अ इति उत्सर्गस्य नित्यं बाधः, अ इति असरूप अपवादेन क्तिन् इति उत्सर्गस्य नित्यं बाधः. अनेन प्रकारेण अत्र अस्मिन् प्रकरणे वासरूप विधि न प्रवर्तते. सर्वेभ्यः धातुभ्यः अस्मिन् प्रकरणे विद्यमानः एकः एव प्रत्ययः भवति, because obviously I mean if apavada is going to block the utsarga, there is going to be one pratyaya, ekah eva pratyaya bhavati iti asya samanyah ashayah. With this background, let's start with the sutras of this prakaranam. Today I would like to cover, say, some 8 or 10 sutras. We'll start with striyam ktin, sthaga papacho bhavi, and so on. I would like to probably go till this ichha sutram, and then we will continue from here tomorrow. So tatra prathamam sutramasti striyam ktin. Vastutah asmin sutre भिन्नानि वार्तिकानि काशिकायां कौमुद्यामपि कुत्रचित् पाठितानि सन्ति. There is a detailed vyakhyanam of striyam ktin, but I would like to keep that aside for now and revisit the sutram next week, because we would have built necessary background, because many of these vartikas that are present in this striyam ktin, they will talk about the conditions or cases that have been covered in the upcoming sutras. So let's first cover the upcoming sutras and then come back to striyam ktin next week with the detailed understanding of the vyakhya. So prarambhe adyatanavarge kevalam striyam ktin iti sutrasya प्रारंभिकस्तरीयम् अर्थं पश्यामः, ततः अग्रे गच्छामः. अग्रिमसप्ताहे पुनः अस्य सर्वेषां वार्तिकाणाम् आधारेण पठनं कुर्मः. सो भावे अकर्तरिचकारके इति वर्तते. स्त्रीलिङ्गे भावादौ धातोः क्तिन् प्रत्ययः भवति. घञ् अच् अपाम् अपवादः, सर्वेषां त्रयाणाम् अपि अपवादः. स्त्रीलिङ्गे कौमुद्यामपि किञ्चित् विस्तरेण लिखितमस्ति. स्त्रीलिङ्गे भावादौ क्तिन् स्याद्. He only says घयः अपवादः. So understand what he says. स्त्रीलिङ्गे भावादौ क्तिन् स्याद् घयः अपवादः अजपौ तु परत्वाद् बाधते. So he says that क्तिन् pratyaya is blocking the ghaya pratyaya. Why? Because ghaya pratyaya is general. Ach and up are not general. सर्वेभ्यः धातुभ्यः अच् न भवति, सर्वेभ्यः धातुभ्यः अप् न भवति, परन्तु औत्सर्गिक रूपेण सर्वेभ्यः धातुभ्यः घञ् भवति. अतः घञ् प्रत्ययस्य अपवाद रूपेण सर्वेभ्यः धातुभ्यः स्त्रीलिङ्गे क्तिन् प्रत्ययः अयं घञ् प्रत्ययस्य अपवादः. तर्हि अयं क्तिन् प्रत्ययः अच् प्रत्ययं कथं बाधते इति चेत् परत्वात् बाधते. अच् प्रत्ययः पूर्वम् उक्तः अस्ति, क्तिन् प्रत्ययः अनन्तरम् उक्तः अस्ति, अतः अयं परत्वात् बाधते. अतः क्तिन् प्रत्ययः घञ् प्रत्ययम् अपवादत्वात् बाधते, अच् प्रत्ययम् अप्रत्ययं च परत्वात् बाधते. कृतिः, चितिः, स्तुतिः इति उदाहरणानि क्रमेण उदाहरणानि दत्तानि सन्ति. कृतिः इति घञ् प्रत्ययस्य अपवादः, चितिः इति अच् प्रत्ययस्य अपवादः, स्तुतिः इति उवर्णान्त धातोः अपप्रत्ययः विधीयते तस्य अपवादः. अग्रे सः वदति स्फायि. स्फाय इति धातुः, तत्र स्फाय प्लस् क्तिन् इत्यत्र लोपो व्योर्वलि इति यकारस्य लोपे कृते स्फातिः इति रूपं सिद्ध्यति. अनेन प्रकारेण, so this is the basic discussion. सर्वेभ्यः धातुभ्यः तत्र क्तिन् प्रत्ययः औत्सर्गिक रूपेण भवति. क्तिन् प्रत्यय is a slightly notorious pratyaya. I mean, I know I used this word when we talked about nishtha pratyayas also, but there is a slight difference. Nishtha pratyayas are extremely complex, they are ill behaved, but there are very well encoded sutras in Ashtadhyayi. There may be some 100 odd sutras, but all these sutras have been are perfectly capturing the behavior of nishtha pratyayas. What happens in the stri pratyaya prakaranam over here is that there are just no sutras. You just have to see the prayoga and somehow justify it. So I'm going to talk about that particular aspect also in some of the upcoming classes. But these are like ill behaved in the sense tatra sutrani nasti. केवलं प्रयोगं दृष्ट्वा तत्र साधुत्वं कथंचित् प्रापणीयं प्रतिपादितव्यं. And that's why this remaining vartikas that I'm skipping for now, that's why these vartikas are very valuable, because these vartikas will keep on trying to add structure as much as possible to these ill behaved forms. But many of the forms for ktin pratyaya are just ill behaved, and we have to just accept them the way prayogas are. Anyway, we will park that thought and we will come back to it once again next week. इदानीं क्तिन् प्रत्ययः अस्ति. अयं क्तिन् प्रत्ययान्त शब्दः अत्र स्त्रीलिंगे एव प्रयुज्यते लिंगानुशासने अपि क्तिन्नन्तः इति किञ्चन सूत्रं विद्यते so we have linganuशासनम on the website, you can go and check it out. So अत्र क्तिन् प्रत्ययान्त धातोः अन्यः पुनः टापडाप् चाप् इति कश्चन प्रत्ययः तत्र नैव भवति, अतः अयं प्रत्ययः स्त्रीत्वं बोधयति अपि द्योतयति अपि इति वदामः। अस्मिन् प्रत्यये परे स्त्रीत्वं द्योतयितुं कश्चन अन्य स्त्री प्रत्ययः न विधीयते। तिन् प्रत्ययः अत्र औत्सर्गिकरूपेण एव प्रयुक्तः अस्ति। सर्वेभ्यः धातुभ्यः तिन् प्रत्ययः नैव विधीयते। येभ्यः धातुभ्यः तिन् प्रत्ययस्य अन्यः अपवादः अग्रे गत्वा पाठितः नास्ति तेषां विषये अत्र तिन् प्रत्ययः भवति। So when we say अग्रे गत्वा अपवादः वक्ष्यते, कीदृशाः अपवादाः सन्ति इति किञ्चित् खगावलोकनं कुर्मः. We'll just take a high level overview of what we are going to study. None of this we are going to study in today's class. All this we are going to study in tomorrow's class. But the basic understanding of this chart is necessary before we move ahead. So tatra mukhyaah षट् गणाः अस्माभिः कर्तुं शक्यन्ते. There are three important apavadas. There is an apavada of tin pratyaya, which is a pratyaya, ang pratyaya, and yuch pratyaya. So if you go to this particular sheet, you can see this a pratyaya over here. Then there is this ang pratyaya over here. Also these three sutras, and there is this yucha pratyaya over here. So all other pratyayas are still there, Ranavula, iya, and so on are still there. But the primary apavadas, these are like very specific cases. I will teach them towards the end of the sheet, discussion of this sheet. But primary cases are this a pratyaya, ang pratyaya, and yuch pratyaya. These are the most important cases over here. So अत्र एतेषां सर्वेषां प्रत्ययानां प्रयोगः कदा भवति इति किञ्चित् संक्षेपेण पश्यामः। अनन्तरम् एतेषां सूत्राणाम् अपि श्वस्तनवर्गे विस्तरेण अध्ययनं भविष्यति. So a pratyaya, where is it used? First of all, is it used for atideshika dhatus? 5 minutes ago I mentioned this. So chikirsha iti san pratyanta dhatuh asti. Tatra a pratyay krute chikirsha iti rupam siddhyati. Ayam a pratyayah halantad gurumatah dhatoh api bhavati. किम नाम हलंत गुरुमान धातुः? तत्र धातोः अन्ते हल वर्णः भवेत्. So halantah, and the swara present in the dhatu must be a guru swara. So sanyoge guru dirgham cha, everybody is expected to know this. So kunda plus a ityatra ayam ukaraha guru swaraha, atah atra a pratyayah bhavati. Iha atra ayam ikaraha guruswaraha. I've explicitly taken examples of each of the sutras. Here you have sanyoge guru, here you have dirghancha. So iha iti guru samnyakaha swaraha, ataha atra apratyayah bhavati. Anena prakareణ ye dhatavaha halantaha gurumantaha dhatavaha tebhyah apratyayah, ye dhatavaha atideshika dhatavaha tebhyah api apratyayah. This is one primary अपवाद of क्तिन प्रत्यय. Remember this. द्वितीयः अपवादः अस्ति अंग इति प्रत्ययः. तत्र ङकारः, same as the previous pratyay, but ङकार is added. Obviously you are now all experts. Could be many reasons. गुणवृद्धि प्रतिषेधः अस्ति, संप्रसारणम् अस्ति, भिन्नानि कार्याणि तत्र भवितुम् अर्हन्ति. So सोपसर्गाः आकारान्त धातवः. आकारान्त धातुः अस्ति, उपसर्गेण सह प्रयुज्यते चेत् तत्र क्तिन् प्रत्ययं बाधित्वा अंग इति प्रत्ययः भवति. केवलः आकारान्त धातुः अस्ति, उपसर्गः न प्रयुज्यते चेत् क्तिन् प्रत्ययः एव, परन्तु उपसर्गः अपि अस्ति चेत् अंग प्रत्ययः. सो प्र प्लस दा प्लस अंग प्रदा इति रूपम्. षित् धातुः अस्ति. Some dhatus do pachash, do labhash, they have a shakara at the end. So if you have shit dhatu, shakaraha yatra itsamneka asti, the purpose of this shakara is to add ang pratyaya. So then you get ang pratyaya. So if you see shakara in the upadeshika form of the dhatu, itsamneka shakara, then you get ang pratyaya, do labhash plus ang labha. And finally, in the dhatu part, there is an antargana called bhidadi gana. So you can go to this dhatu patha, select the left menu and search for this bhidadi gana over here. So you have a sub-gana of I think Bhadi Gana is called Bhidadi Gana, not Bhadi Gana. There are multiple different dhatus across various ganas that have been listed over here. Correct. It's not a particular sub-gana of individual bigger gana. Dhatus across various ganas have been listed. So these are all dhatus of Bhidadi Gana. These dhatus will get Ang Pratyaya. So the purpose of creating Bhidadi Gana is to add Ang Pratyaya. So these three classes, again, just remember this. We will keep on referring to these slide again and again, because this is the base on which what we want to discuss today will make sense. And tomorrow we are going to explore these three pratyas, ang and yuch, in details. So tatra shit dhatavah santi, shitah dhatavah santi, bhidadiganasya dhatavah santi, सोपसर्गाः आकारान्तः धातवः सन्ति चेत् अङ् इति प्रत्ययः भवति. अपि च णिच् नो चेत् णिङ् प्रत्यान्त धातवः सन्ति तर्हि युच् इति प्रत्ययः भवति. सो युच् यु इस् अन्न. सो अन्न इति प्रत्ययः भवति. गण इति दशमगणस्य धातुः अस्ति, तस्मात् णिच् इति प्रत्ययः भवति. गण प्लस णिच् प्लस युच् गणना इति भवति. सो णिच् विल एनीवे go away because of अणेरनीति. गण प्लस अन्न गणना इति अंतिमं रूपं सिद्ध्यति. So these three important apavadas, and of course there are going to be other apavadas, kyap, sh, and so on. So the first two of them are what we are going to study today, and rest we will study next week. So idanim, with this particular background, with this particular pithika, let's actually start with the understanding or study of the sutras. So striyam tin iti sutram kevalam tasya prarambhikah arthah asmabhi drishtah sampurna rupena idanim idam sutram naiva drishtam. You can see actually on the website. This is becoming slow and slow every day. So look at this. There are multiple vartikas. Shruyajishistubhyakkarane chayate rulvadibhyaktinnishthayam sampadadibhyakwip and so on. So we will talk about these all vartikas in the next class. For now, let's move on to the next sutram, sthaga papacho bhave. Simple sutram actually. Stha iti dhatuhu, gai gayati, ga iti dhatuhu, pa पिबति पा इति धातुः तथा च पच डू पचश पच इति धातुः. So we have स्थागापापचो भावे भावे एव अयं क्तिन् इति प्रत्ययः भवति. So स्त्रियाम् इति वर्तते स्थादिभ्यः धातुभ्यः स्त्रीलिङ्गे भावे भाव, because we don't want to bring in अकर्तृचकारके संज्ञायां, भावे क्तिन् प्रत्ययः भवति. एते चत्वारः धातवः एतेषां विषये. Now let's go back to the previous slide. Stha, ga and pa, these are akaranta dhatus. So these akaranta dhatus were anyway getting ktin, but when upasarga is present for these akaranta dhatus, stha, ga and pa, gai is actually ga adeche upadesheshiti, so we can treat it akaranta. So stha, ga, pa एते आकारान्त धातवः एतेषां विषये उपसर्गः अस्ति चेत् तत्र अनेन नियमेन अङ् इति प्रत्ययः भवेत्. तस्य बाधं कृत्वा सर्वत्र क्तिन् प्रत्ययः उच्यते भावे एव. And the fourth dhatu is pacha. It is a shitta dhatu. Do pacha sh. It is a shitta. So again, for that shitta dhatu, pacha dhatu, ang pratyaya was being mandated by this rule. That will be blocked and we will get ktin pratyaya. So sthaga papacho bhave etebhyah sarvebhyah dhatubhyah vishishteshu अर्थेषु नो चेत् विशिष्टासु अवस्थासु विशिष्टासु स्थितिषु अङ् इति प्रत्ययः पूर्वम् उक्तः आसीत्. तस्य बाधं कृत्वा अयं क्तिन् प्रत्ययः भवति. सो ही सेज अंगोपवादस्य बाधकः अङ् इति यः अपवादः क्तिन् प्रत्ययस्य अपवादः अङ्, तस्य पुनः बाधकः क्तिन्. सो स्त्रियाम् इति वर्तते स्थादिभ्यः धातुभ्यः स्त्रीलिङ्गे भावे क्तिन् प्रत्ययः भवति. angopavadasya badhakah gives the meanings. All these are in the context of bhava. So sthiyate iti or prasthiyate iti prasthitihi, udgitihi, so uda plus gai plus ti, udgitihi, sangitihi, prapitihi, pa becomes pitihi, sampitihi, and so on. So pra plus pa plus tin prapitihi ghumasthaga jahati samhali iti karadeshah. So prakriya we will see in one separate class, but by this time you should be able to derive the prakriya on your own. So sampitihi pacha becomes paktihi, and so on. भावग्रहणम अर्थांतर निरासार्थम. Obviously तत्र अकर्तृचकारके संज्ञायाम इति अपि आसीत्, तस्य निराकरणार्थम तदेव अत्र न्यासे उच्यते अकर्तृवर्जितं कारकं तन्निवृत्त्यर्थं भावग्रहणम् इति अत्र आशयः. कौमुदीमपि पश्यामः. क्तिनः क्तिन् स्याद् अंगोपवादः, प्रस्थिति उपस्थिति, very well known words actually, संगीति संपीति पक्ति and so on. And then both Kashika and Kaumudi ask an question about an observation. We have words like samstha, avastha. So samstha, avastha ubhayatra atra ang pratyayah asti. परंतु स्था धातुः अत्र अस्मिन् सूत्रे अस्ति, अतः अत्र स्था धातोः विषये भावे, सो अवस्थीयते इति अवस्था, संस्थीयते इति संस्था इति भावे प्रयोगः. तत्र संस्था इति शब्दः कथं, नो चेत् तत्र अवस्था इति शब्दः कथं, यतः स्था धातोः भावे यदा प्रयोगः भवति तदा अत्र तिन् प्रत्ययः एव करणीयः, अवस्थितिः इति भवेत्, संस्थितिः इति भवेत्. So those words are also acceptable, but still we see the word samstha and avastha, and he says vyavasthayam samnyayam iti jnapakat natyantaya badha bhavati iti. Slightly convoluted way of saying, but he is saying that this particular ktin pratyaya, what we just discussed, it is blocking ang. This particular badha, apavada or badha, blocking of ang by tin pratyaya is na atyanta badha. It is not 100% blocking. It is say 95% or something like that. So basically he is saying there are some cases where the tin pratyaya will not block ang pratyaya. Now this is all hand waving. What do you mean by there are some cases where tin does not block ang? But that's what he says. Na atyantaya badha bhavati. Sarvatra tin pratyayah ang pratyayam na badhate. Kutrachit tin pratyayah bhavati. Kutrachit ang pratyayah bhavati. So that's what I was saying 10 minutes ago. There is complete chaos in this tin pratyaya prakriya. Sometimes tin will happen, sometimes it will not happen. You just have to believe the shishta prayogas and derive accordingly. So all that chaos starts right from here. Na atyantaya badha bhavati. And he gives a jnapaka. He gives, there is a sutram in Ashtadhyayi, vyavasthayam samnyayam. So I think purvapara vardakshanottara vyavasthayam samnyayam. Purvaparavar dakshinottaradhara apara. Purvaparavar dakshinottara paradharani vyavasthayam samnyayam. So in this sutram, Panini uses the word vyavastha. So meaning of this sutra has nothing to do in the current context, but he says asmin sutre vyavastha iti shabdah vidyate. So fair enough, vyavastha may be acceptable word. So we can say Paninina atra vyavastha shabdasya prayogah krutah asti, atah vyavastha iti shabdah asmabhihi prayah sadhu svikartum shakyate. But then he goes one step ahead and he says vyavastha is there, so some other words might also similar like that will be there, and therefore samstha can be justified. So that extra leap is problematic. Saying vyavastha is acceptable is okay because it is being defined by Panini, but this extra leap is not okay. But he takes that because he wants to justify samstha, and he gives the explanation as na atyantaya badha bhavati. Tin pratyaya is not 100% blocking the ang pratyaya. Sometimes ang will come. Look at the shishta prayoga and derive accordingly. So again, little chaos. So that's also explained in Kaumudi. Katham avastha samstha iti vyavasthayam iti jnapakat. The only jnapaka is a vyavastha, but we extrapolate it. That's also explained in Nyasa. Vyavastha, typing mistake. Vyavastha shabdasya angantasya ucharanam, sutre ucharanam. that vyavasthayam samnyayam sutram. Sutre uchcharanam etadeva jnapakam. अतः क्तिना अत्यंत बाधा न भवति. अगेन टाइपिंग मिस्टेक. अत्यंत बाधा न भवति, not 100% blocking. तेन अवस्था इत्यपि सिद्ध्यति. I always get confused between this sutram. This, look at this. This is Purva Paravara Dakshanotara Parabharani Vyavasthayam Samnyayam. And look at the sutram 2.2.1. Purva Paradharottaram Ekadeshinaikadhikarane. So many times while reciting Ashta, they reach there and directly somehow jump on this. So that's why I also got confused right now while talking that sutram. Anyway, so this completes the discussion of stha ga pa pacho bhave. Atra stha ga pa तथा पच इत्येतेभ्यः धातुभ्यः अंग इति अपवादस्य बाधक रूपेण भावे क्तिन् इति प्रत्ययः भवति. संगीति, संपीति, प्रस्थिति, पक्ति इत्येताः शब्दाः अत्र सिद्ध्यन्ति. अग्रे गच्छामः. मंत्र विशिष्टम सूत्रम. It is not even there in the Krudanta Prakaranam. You can see the numbering. Look at this, 3272, 3273, and it directly jumps to 3420, which is outside the Krudanta Prakaranam. It is in the Vaidika Prakaranam, but let me anyway take it. We are looking at the sutras in the sequence. So mantre vrushesha pacha mana vida bhu vira udattah. Kimapi nasti mantre vedeshu, a specific component of the Veda for the there is a question that I can take. What relation the previous sutram has utsarga apavada? So this sutram is an apavada of the apavada. That's exactly what is. Badhaka is apavada. So angopavadasya apavadaha. Ang iti ktin pratyasya apavadaha. Tasya apavadattvena punaha atra ktin iti pratyah vidhiyate iti atra ashayaha. So somebody is asking, is it apavada to an apavada? Yes, that's the reason I discussed this particular overview. This ang is an apavada of ktin. Ktin comes as an utsarga, ang is an apavada, and again to that apavada is ktin. This is a common pattern. We have seen this pattern multiple times. If you go to Vuladis, for example, anadis, sorry, karmanyana. So karmanyana ityanena anapratyaya, that is utsarga. Bhavamascha ityanena punaha anapratyaya. So why is again anapratyaya being told? Anbadhakasya ka pratyasya apavadaha ana. So you don't need a paribhasha. This is a niyamana. Purvena iva prapte atra niyamanam krutam asti. So you don't need any particular paribhasha to show this particular structure. Yat kimapi purvamuktam asti tasya punarvidhanam kimartham niyamartham. Kidrushaha niyamaha aneva bhavati in this particular sheet. Or if you go to sheet number 9, tineva bhavati. So sthaga papacho bhave ityata stha dhatoh vishaye ga dhatoh vishaye इत्युक्ते गै धातोः विषये पा धातोः विषये पच धातोः विषये पूर्वसूत्रेण क्तिन् उक्तः तथापि पुनः इदं सूत्रं किमर्थमुच्यते भावे क्तिन्नेव भवति पूर्वं प्राप्तः इदानीं नियमार्थम् इति अत्र ज्ञातव्यम्. Anyway, agre gachhama. Somebody is telling that any sutram that is above 3386 is in the Vaidika context. That is correct. So I'm so happy you have remembered Siddhanta Kaumudi numbers. So yeah, 3386 is our limit. And we are, where are we? We are at 3272. So 100 more sutras remaining. 3386 is our limit. Anything beyond 3386 is Vaidika sutras or Swara Prakaranam. Veda and Swara Prakaranam comes after that. So here this is 3420. This is in the Vaidika context. Mantre Vrushesha Pacha Mana Vida Bhuvira Udattaha Bhave iti vartate striyam iti vartate. So that context comes up. Bhave is also coming. That is important. But don't pay too much attention. This is only mantre. So whatever forms you see over here, they are specifically for the mantra Vedas. Not just the Vedas, a specific component of Vedas is called mantra. So that particular component is over here. So mantre vishaye vrishadibhyah dhatubhyah ktim pratyah bhavati sacha udattaha. So ktin pratyaya over here is being told as udatta. Understand this point, though it is not directly related to the discussion. Let's understand it. सर्वे प्रत्ययाः आद्युदात्तश इत्यनेन उदात्ताः एव सन्ति, परन्तु क्तिन् प्रत्यये नकारः अस्ति. नकारस्य किं प्रयोजनं? नित्यादिर्नित्यमित्यनेन कृदन्तस्य आद्युदात्तत्वम्. So if you just say kti pratyaya, then it will be adyudatta. But as soon as you say ktin pratyaya, the adyudattva of tin pratyaya will be blocked by the adyudattva of the entire krudanta because of nityadir nityam. That is what is being overridden, and he says tin pratyaya is udatta pratyaya. He could have just given kti pratyaya and it would have automatically become udatta by adyudattascha, परंतु अत्र प्रत्ययः नूतन रूपेण नैव क्रियते, स एव प्रत्ययः उदात्तः इति उच्यते. सो मंत्रे विषये एतेभ्यः धातुभ्यः what all these dhatus are there? Vrusha plus ktin vrushti, isha plus ktin ishti, pacha plus ktin pakti, mana plus ktin mati. Actually very well known word. We can use it in the loka because of striyam. Ktin will also give it over here. Vida plus ktin vitti, bhu plus ktin bhuti, v plus tin viti, ra plus tin rati. So all these words are very easily generated. Sarvatra sarvadhatubhya samanyena vihitah eva ktin. So that's exactly what he's saying. Striyam ktin sutram is applicable for Vedas and Lokas everywhere. So striyam tin ityanena eva etebhya dhatubhya atra ktin pratyah prayah bhavet udattartham vachanam. The important aspect of this sutram is mantre vrushesha pachamana vidabhuvira udattaha. Atra visheshah swaraha uchyate. So basically, in the loka, when you add the ktin pratyaya, if you say, for example, mana plus ktin becomes mati, or pacha plus ktin pakti, and so on. Obviously, pacha in the bhave will not get tin. The previous sutra has sthaga papacho bhave. Sorry, in the bhave it will get tin, not in the akartari chakarake samnyayam. So sthaga papacho bhave ittenena ktin pratyay krute tatra pakti iti rupam siddhyati. There is a difference in the swara. When you add a ktin pratyaya, the first swara of the krudanta becomes udatta. But in this particular context, in the Vedas, the swara of the pratyaya is actually becoming udatta. See, minor differences he has captured so beautifully. So, vrishadibhya ktin syat sacha udatta, and he discusses further examples. We'll not spend more time on this particular sutram because this is only related to Vedas. We don't want to discuss, or we won't be able to use these forms as they are in our sentences. So agre gachamah mantre vrushesh pachamana vida bhuvira udattah uti yuti juti sati heti kirtayascha nipatanam. He straight away gives a bunch of nipatanas. So again, I mean, where have you seen this? You start a prakaranam and third or fourth sutra is bus just the nipatanas of the main utsarga pratyaya. So the utsarga pratyaya is a ktin, and directly the nipatanas have been given. Uti, yuti, juti, sati, heti, and kirti. All these words are given as nipatanas. These are multiple hints, or these are multiple places with which you can understand that there is kind of lack of structure when it comes to the prakriya of ktin pratyaya. So kramena pashyamaha tatra uti yuti juti sati heti kirtayascha mantre iti na anuvartate. So it's basically lokas also. Utyadayah shabdaha nipatyante udattaha iti vartate. So an important component of this nipatana is to give the udatta swara. Let me repeat it for one last time. Ktin iti asti chet tatra कृदन्तस्य आदिस्वरः उदात्तः भवेत्, परन्तु अत्र उदात्तग्रहणेन प्रत्ययस्य आदिस्वरस्य उदात्तत्वं विधीयते. सो उदात्तः इति वर्तते. Let's take one by one. Avatehe. So the first dhatu is avarakshane. Ava plus ktin. ज्वरत्वर श्रीव्य वमा मुपधायाश्च इति सूत्रेण ऊठ इति आदेशः भवति. सो ज्वर तर श्रिवु avi, so there is av over here. Tatra upadhayaha tatha vakarasya, so the entire av thing gets replaced by u. So av plus tin, entire av gets replaced by u plus tin, uti. So uti iti tadrushamapi siddhyati swarartham idam nipatanam. So normal ktin pratyaya would have given a different swara. He wants a different swara, so he just goes an extra step and gives you a nipatana. Swarartham nipatanam. अग्रे अस्ति यूति, यू मिश्रणा मिश्रणयोः इति धातुः ह्रस्व यू मिश्रणा मिश्रणयोः, तत्र क्तिन् प्रत्यये कृते यू प्लस क्तिन्, इट विल बी युति, एंड देन दीर्घादेशः निपात्यते यूति. सो अगेन एक्ट ऑफ मिक्सिंग. सो यौतेः यूतिः दीर्घत्वं निपात्यते. सिमिलर्ली जूतिः, जू इति धातुः गतौ इति अर्थः. जू धातोः एग्जैक्ट सेम प्रक्रिया, जू प्लस ति जुति, दीर्घत्वं निपात्यते जूति इति सिद्ध्यति. अग्रे अस्ति साति, शो अंतकर्मणि इति धातुः, तत्र ईत्वा भावो निपात्यते. केन सूत्रेण? द्यतिस्यति 3074. So let's go to this. You can also search using the Kaumudi numbers 3074. Dhyatisyati masthamittikiti. We learned this sutram in the Nishtha lessons. So Dhyatisyati masthamittikiti. Dhyatisyati syati इति अत्र अस्ति. इत्येतस्य इकारादेशः भवति तकारादौ किति प्रत्यये परतः. So sutra has been taught in the Nishtha lessons. अनेन सूत्रेण अत्र इकारादेशः प्राप्नोति. अयम् इकारादेशः अत्र तस्य अभावः निपात्यते. सो स्यतेः इत्वा भावः निपात्यते. नो चेत् सन इति धातोः अपि एतदेव रूपं. सो सन धातोः जन सन खनान् संझलोः इति आकारादेशः. सन becomes सा, न इत्यस्य आकारादेशः, and then स्वरार्थं निपातनम. So just like uti, अत्र सन धातोः विषये अपि इदं निपातनम. In fact, सन धातोः विषये there are different discussions in the Krudanta Rupa Nandini, Krudanta Rupa Mala also. So the difference of opinion across scholars. But here let's stick to what is written over here. So sana iti dhatoho api idameva rupam, so or shro iti dhatoho api idameva rupam, sati हेति इति हन धातोः रूपं, नो चेत् ही गतौ पंचमगणस्य धातुः अस्ति तस्यापि इदं रूपं हेति. कीर्त इति धातोः कीर्तिः. See, this is a 10th gana dhatu, so it will get nich, and then you might get a yuch because of the table that we saw earlier, but you get a tin over here. Kirti iti rupam siddhyati. So ityatra sarvatra भिन्ना विषयाः, कुत्रचित् दीर्घादेशः, कुत्रचित् स्वरः, कुत्रचित् इत्वा भावः इति सर्वं निपात्यते. एते सर्वे शब्दाः अत्र निपातनेन सिद्ध्यन्ति. ऊति, यूति, जूति, साति, हेति and कीर्ति इति सर्वे शब्दाः सिद्ध्यन्ति. अग्रे गच्छामः. So this actually completes the discussion of the tin pratyaya, the औत्सर्गिक tin pratyaya. तत्र केचन वार्तिक विषयाः अपि सन्ति स्त्रियां क्तिन् इत्यत्र, तेषाम् अनन्तरम् अध्ययनं कुर्मः. परन्तु इदानीं क्तिन् प्रत्ययस्य अध्ययनेन अलम्. अग्रे गच्छामः. Now you have a kyap pratyaya, you have a sh pratyaya. These two pratyayas we will take and we will stop for today. So vraja yajor bhave kyap. व्रज इति धातुः तथा च यज इति धातुः इत्येतयोः उभयोः विषये भावे क्यप इति प्रत्ययः भवति. अकर्तरि च कारके संज्ञायाम् इति न भवति, केवलं भावे एव क्यप प्रत्ययः भवति. व्रजयजोः धातवोः स्त्रीलिङ्गे भावे क्यप प्रत्ययः भवति. क्तिनः अपवादः. व्रज गतौ इति अर्थः, गमनम् इति भावः. व्रज्या इण गत, सॉरी यज, नॉट इण, यज देवपूजा संगतिकरणदानेषु इति अर्थः. तत्र देवपूजनम् इति अर्थः इज्जा. सो उभयत्र व्रज प्लस क्यप will give vrajya, and now you add a top on this because kyap इति प्रत्ययेन स्त्रीत्वस्य बोधनं भवति परन्तु द्योतनं न भवति, अतः तत्र द्योतनार्थं नूतनः प्रत्ययः अजाद्यतष्टाप् इति टाप् प्रत्ययः. सो यू हैव व्रजा, व्रज्या एंड यज, तत्र संप्रसारणम् अपि भवति. इज्जा प्रत्ययः कित् अस्ति, वचिस्वपि यजादीनां किति इति संप्रसारणं. सो इट्स रिटन इन द न्यास, वच्चादि सूत्रेण संप्रसारणं कृत्वा इज्जा इति भवति. अत्र पित् करणं किमर्थम् अस्ति? सो द important purpose of having a pakara itsamnyaka pakara in a pratyaya is to have hraswasya piti kruti tuk. ह्रस्वात् तत्र कृत् प्रत्ययः विधीयते चेत्, तत् पित् कृत् प्रत्ययः विधीयते चेत् तुगागमः भवति. अत्र ह्रस्वात् प्रत्ययविधानं नास्ति एव. व्रज तत्र ह्रस्वः नास्ति, हल् वर्णः अस्ति, जकारः अस्ति. यज इत्यत्रापि जकारः अस्ति. तर्हि पित्करणं किमर्थम् इति चेत् उत्तरार्थम्. In the next sutra it will be used, so he just adds it over here and swara also perfectly matches. So अनुदात्तौ सुप्पितौ इत्यनेन तेन अनुदात्तः स्वरः एव तत्र इष्यते, इष्टः, अतः अत्रापि पकारः संयोज्यते. पित्करणम् उत्तरार्थं, उत्तरत्र तुगर्थं, ह्रस्वस्य पिति कृति तुक् इति तुगर्थम्. So that's all. व्रज यजोर् भावी क्यप. अग्रिमं सूत्रं संज्ञायां समज निषद निपत मन विद श्वीं शीं भ्रूयिणः. So a bunch of dhatus have been given. For all these dhatus, the kyapa pratyaya that is discussed right now is added only for indicating or generating well-known words or samnyas. So samnyayam समज निषद निपत मन विद श्वीं शीं भ्रूयिणः. अत्र भिन्नाः धातवः. समजादिभ्यः धातुभ्यः स्त्रियां क्यप् प्रत्ययः भवति उदात्तः संज्ञायां विषये. Before we venture into this sutram, let's actually read the initial part. Bhave iti na swaryate. So atra भावे व्रज यजोर भावे क्यप इत्यत्र भावे इति अस्ति. अग्रिम सूत्रे तस्य अनुवृत्तिः न भवति, अतः उच्यते भावे इति न स्वर्यते, पूर्व एव अत्र अर्थाधिकारः. This second line is important because understand what is happening. The bigger context is bhave and akartri chakarake samnyayam both. In the previous sutram, specifically bhave was added, so akartri chakarake samnyayam was blocked. Now that the restriction of bhave has been removed, bhave and akartri chakarake samnyayam both will come again. So when we say bhave iti purva sutrat na anuvartate, that should not be incorrectly understood as अग्रिम सूत्रे भावे इति नास्ति एव इति तत्र अर्थः नास्ति. भावे अवश्यमस्ति, परन्तु पूर्वसूत्रे भावे इति यत् नियमनं कृतं तत् नियमनम् अत्र न विद्यते. अतः अत्र भावे तथा अकर्तरिकारके उभयत्र प्रत्ययः भवति. That's exactly what he says. भावे इति न स्वर्यते. स्वर्यते इत्युक्ते अनुवृत्तिरूपेण स्वीक्रियते, स्वरितेनाधिकारः. सो भावे इति न स्वर्यते, पूर्व एव इत्युक्ते अकर्तरिचकारके संज्ञायां भावे इति अर्थाधिकारः. That's exactly what कौमुदी also starts. समजादिभ्यः स्त्रियां भावादौ क्यप् स्यात्. उदात्त इति तो अवश्यम् अनुवर्तते, अतः अत्र क्यप इति प्रत्ययः उदात्तः संज्ञायाम् इति अत्रैव अस्ति, संज्ञायां विषये. अत्र कश्चन एकः प्रश्नः अद्य गृहकार्ये अपि अस्ति. अकर्तरिचकारके संज्ञायाम् इति सूत्रे संज्ञायाम् इति तत्र मूलरूपेणैव अस्ति, पुनः अत्र संज्ञायाम् इति किमर्थम् इति वदामश्चेत्, अकर्तरिचकारके संज्ञायाम् इत्यत्र विद्यमानं संज्ञायाम् इति ग्रहणं केवलम् अकर्तरिकारकस्य विषये अस्ति. भावस्य विषये संज्ञाग्रहणं नास्ति. तस्य भावस्य विषये अपि संज्ञाग्रहणम् इष्यते. अतः अत्र पुनरेकवारं सूत्रे संज्ञायाम् इति शब्दः स्थापितः अस्ति. अकर्तरिचकारके संज्ञायाम् इति संज्ञाग्रहणे अनुवर्तमाने पुनः संज्ञाग्रहणं भावार्थम् इति आशयः. Now with this background, let's look at the dhatus. It's not really a big deal. List of dhatus and add kyap, 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 and then add tap on it. Somebody is asking, atra tap katham agacchati? Akarantah asti ajadyatastap iti tatra tap agacchati. So samaja, sama plus aj iti dhatuhu. Samaja plus kyap samajja. So अज गतौ इति अस्ति गतिक्षेपणयोः इति अर्थः. सो यत्र जनाः एकत्र रूपेण गच्छन्ति नो चेत् गमनं नो चेत् स्थलम् अस्याम् अकर्तरिकारके अस्ति. सो समजन्ति अस्यां यत्र जनाः सङ्गच्छन्ते तत्र an assembly or a gathering, a get together, that place essentially, the say a hall or say कार्यालयं यत्र सर्वे जनाः एकत्र रूपेण आगच्छन्ति, that is samajja. So samajanti asyam iti samajja. Nishada, nishada, nishidanti, sit together, to sada, sida, to sit together. Again, come together ityavartha. So people, the place where people sit together, this is a samnya. So all that I'm talking right now, the krud vritti, it has to be taken with a pinch of salt. Atra samajja ityasya arthaha सभा इत्येव अस्ति, असेंबली इत्येव अस्ति. निषद्या इत्यस्य अर्थः आपणम, शॉप इत्येव अस्ति. So even though the krud vritti says nishidyate or say nishidanti asmin iti nishadya, तथापि अत्र आपणम इत्येव अर्थः स्वीकर्तव्यः. निपत्या, निपतन्ति अस्मिन्, people when start walking they fall down because maybe there are too much potholes or the wall, the land is uneven or whatever. So an uneven land is called nipatya. So people usually fall down, therefore nipatanti asmin, nipatya. Manya, actually this is all given somewhere. Yeah, let's read this Kaumudi. It's all why I'm explaining here. So let's read this Kaumudi again. Samajanti asyam iti samajja sabha, निशीदन्ति अस्याम इति निषद्या आपणः, so that's the shop. निपतन्ति अस्याम इति निपत्या पिच्छिला भूमिः, uneven. मन्यते अनया इति मन्या गलपार्श्वशिरा, a specific vein at the back of the neck or throat is manya. So manyate anaya iti manya. Again, you don't have to take these particular vrittis word to word because essentially these are used to derive a certain samnyas. So well-known terms like nishadya and sabha and manya and nipatya are being derived, and an honest attempt is made to somehow fit the pratyaya over here. So don't specifically talk about how the exact meaning maps over here. So manyate anaya iti manya galaparshvashira, the vein behind the neck. Vindat vidanti, what is this? Vidanti anaya iti vidya. Why is this? Vidanti. I myself forgot, I think, this thing. विदज्ञाने इत्यस्य वेत्ति वित्तः विदन्ति इति रूपाणि. These Veda, Vidatu, Vidu are actually probably, I think, more famous. But Vetti, Vittaha, Vidanti iti, Vidanti iti rupam, Vidajnane ityasya latlakarasya rupam. So Vidanti anaya, no chet Vetti anaya, the karana of getting the knowledge is Vidya. Sutya, su iti dhatuhu, abhishave iti arthaha. तत्र सु प्लस क्यप तुगागमः भवति, प्रकारः अस्ति ह्रस्वस्य पिति कृति तुक इति तुगागमः भवति. सुत्या अभिषवः इति अर्थः. she becomes, so that was shui, she becomes a shayya, bhru becomes bhrutya. So bibharti anaya, salary iti अर्थः, bibharti anaya iti bhrutya. ईयते अनया, गम्यते अनया इति शिबिका. So ina iti dhatuhu iyate anaya gamyate anaya iti shibika. Palanquin or palki iti Hindi bhashayam api uchyate. That is shibika. So all these words, somebody is asking, is nishadya and apanaha, they are synonyms? So they are synonyms of each other. They are not visheshana vishesha. What is nishadya? Iti apanaha. What is nipatya? It is pichila bhumihi. What is manya? It is galaparshva shira. What is sutya? Iti abhishavaha. What is itya? Iti shibika. Sarvatra arthaha uktaha asti. कोशे अमरकोशे इत्येतानि सर्व इत्येते सर्वे शब्दाः अवश्यं दृश्यन्ते. So all these words are thus derived over here. Now there is some chaos that this Kashikakara has done. Let me just mention it in 1 minute and go ahead. If you go back to the sheet number 1, I think we discussed this point all the way earlier in sheet number 1. I actually listened to that video a few hours today. So earlier here, while discussing kyapa pratyaya in the krutyaha all the way earlier, we discussed this sutram bhruyo asamnyayam, where bhruya dhatu gets a kyapa pratyaya in that particular context. Bhruya gives a kyapa pratyaya in sheet number 1. Today also in this particular Stri Adhikara, Bhruya Dhatu is getting a Kyapa Pratyaya. The word is feminine, obviously. Now, while we were discussing this Bhruyo Asamnyayam, and thanks to our volunteers, Vijay I think has added the slides also over here. So we can directly go to the slide of that particular class. And if you go a few slides later over there, the same sutra is being discussed. But there we discussed this particular bhashyam, and there was this word, Striyam Bhavadhikarosti. So this is the line that Kashikakara reminds us at this stage. He is not talking about the sutram, so we will not go in the sutra discussion. But what Kashikakara is saying is that there is this line over here, Bhruyo Samnyayam ityatra Striyam Bhavadhikarosti. So we are talking about Kyapa Pratyaya, we are talking about Bhru Dhatu, and we say Striyam Bhavadhikara asti. But if you now go to the current sutram, we say Bhave iti na swaryate. So Bhavadhikara asti tatha Bhave iti na swaryate. How do these two things go together? So he actually misses a basic point where we say Bhave iti na swaryate parantu Bhave iti mulaha adhikarha asti eva. He just misses that point and he tries to talk us into something completely different. So he says Katham taduktam striyam bhavadhikar asti, that particular bhashya vakya. He says bhava adhikaraha bhava vyaparaha natu shastriya adhikaraha. So he turns around, or he just tries to wrap around and says that whatever we saw over here, bhava adhikara in this slide, in this particular bhashyam, is not the shastriya bhava adhikara bhave, but it just means the meaning bhave. So that explanation makes no sense to me, to be honest. But anyway, he has given it. Nyasa and Padamanjari try to somehow justify it, but Kaumudi does not even mention this point. And obviously, I mean, bhave iti na swaryate iti asti, tathapi atra bhavadhikarasya anuvrittihi tatra swikaranam asti eva. So it perfectly syncs up. When he says triyam bhavadhikarasti, it is actually in the bhave sense. So this sutra does fit in that context, but somehow he tries to, speak around or give a different kind of explanation. So that completes the discussion of Kyapa Pratyaya. Samnyayam sam, where is this? Samnyayam samaja nishada nipata mana vida shum shing bhruvinaha iti Kyapa Pratyayasya adhyanam atra samapyate. So somebody is asking, okay, there are many questions over here. So one question is that, are all these pratyayas not bodhaka dyotakas? No. So that's what I explained all the way in the beginning. So understand, this is a very fundamental point. Strilinga vishishtaha krut pratyaha. This is entire sheet number 9. What you see on the slide is sheet number 9. In sheet number 9, some pratyayas are both bodhakas and dyotakas. Therefore, you don't need another dyotaka on the top of it, like tin or like ani. Whereas many other pratyayas are only bodhakas, they are not dyotakas. So you will need another pratyaya on the top of it. Now, whether a pratyaya is bodhaka or is it not bodhaka, you have to refer to the commentary or you have to use your common sense. If it results in an akaranta word, then it is definitely not a dyotaka, so we have to add a tap on top of it. So kyapa iti pratyayena akarantah shabdah siddhyati. Akaranta shabdah tatra striyam nasti, atah tatra akarah tap iti tatra sthapaniyah. So these pratyas or ang or say yucha, yucha will convert to anna, or say kyapa will convert to ya. All these pratyas, they are only bodhakas, they will only impart the femininity, they are not strong enough to express the femininity. So in order to express that femininity, you need another pratyay called tap or whatever over here. So that answers your question. Second question is, what is the real meaning of the word samnyayam in this particular sutram? It means that all these words what we are using over here are only to be used in particular context in the well-known meaning. So if you look at the krudvrutti, samajanti, come together, asyam iti. So the place where people come together, now there could be many places where people come together, starting from temple to karyalaya to anywhere else. But not those things are not called samajja. Samajja is sabha. That is the well-known samnya, that samnya in the sense a word with a specific meaning in the language. So understand this. There is a difference, right? When you say pachaka, pachaka is anybody who cooks. It's a general meaning. But compare and contrast this with samajja. Samajja only means sabha. Even though the krud vritti says it is a place where people come together, it's not going to be called, yeah, somebody is giving a simple word called rudhi. Yes, you can call it as a rudhi word. Mostly when Panini uses the word samnya, he actually means a rudhi word. So many times commentary also use that word, a rudhi word, a word which has a very well known meaning. And somebody is saying it's like a proper noun. It's kind of a proper noun where only a particular meaning has to be used. Agre gacchamaha, 2 or 3 sutras. Let's see how much we can take. Agrimam sutram asti kruyah shacha. Simple sutram actually. Kru iti dhatuhu dukroi karne iti dhatuhu asti. Tatra sha iti pratyaya bhavati. Understand, this is not a vikarana pratyaya of 6th gana. This is the sha krut pratyaya over here. So kru dhatoho sha iti pratyaya bhavati. Chakarah asti. Chakarena, both the previous pratyas come as anuvrutti, is what the commentaries say. So kruyah sha, kru dhatoho sha pratyah, chakarena kyap iti api agacchati, tin iti api agacchati. So since the sheet started, we were talking about tin and we are talking about kyapa. Both these pratyas are coming as anuvrutti over here. So kruyasha cha, करोते हे धातोः स्त्रियां श प्रत्ययः भवति, चकारात् क्यप च, कौमुदी से चकारात् तिन, और योग विभागः कर्तव्यः. Somehow you have to justify. So योग विभागः कर्तव्यः तिन अपि भवति. So you break the sutra, you make kruyah as one sutram, take tin as anuvrutti, so it becomes kruyah tin, and then get the next sutram as shacha and being kruyaha anuvrutti, kruyaha shacha, and kyapa comes as an anuvrutti. So kruyaha, effectively, what is the final conclusion? All 3 forms are there. So you have kriya, krutya, and kruti. Katham sha iti pratyaya asti, kru plus sha. Now this is again only bodhaka, so you add a tap as a dyotaka. And now because this is very beautiful, because this is a sarvadhatuka pratyaya, a vikarana pratyaya is needed. Think should sarvadhatukam. And because this is used in the bhave sense, you have or akartari karake. So bhave essentially or akartari karake, you have a yaka. Because what happens? The yaka is the general vikarana pratyaya, sarvadhatuke yaka. And in the kartari sense, it gets overridden by kartari shapa. So see, beautiful arrangement done by Panini in the beginning of chapter 3. We say sarvadhatuke yaka and we say kartari shapa. So sarvadhatuka pratyayah agre asti chet outsargika rupena yaka ityeva pratyayah. what is the current context? Current context is not kartari, it is bhave or akartari. So then सार्वधातुके यक इत्यनेन यक इति विकरण प्रत्ययः भवति. So here sh iti मूलः प्रत्ययः, yak iti vikarana pratyayah. Not sh as a vikarana pratyaya. Sh is a vikarana pratyaya for sixth gana, that's completely different. Here sh is a krut pratyaya, yak is a vikarana pratyaya. Because of yak we have ring shaya glingshu iti ri adeshah akrut sarvadhatukayo dirgha ityasya apavadah. So kri plus ya plus a prakriyam krutva kriya. So prakriyam krutva kriya iti shabdah siddhyati. Similarly, kyap iti pratyayah asti chet krutya, hraswasya piti kruti tuka iti tugagamah krutya, and ktin pratyayah asti chet kruti. So all the three words are derived over here. Kruyasya cha iti sutrena ktin pratyayah, sh pratyayah, kyap pratyayah sarvesham api vidhanam kriyate. I think this is the last sutram and then we are done. So we are on time. So agrimam sutram asti इच्छा इत्यनेन सूत्रेण अपि श इति प्रत्ययः तस्य निपातनं क्रियते. So इच्छा इति सूत्रम. Ichha is the word that is given to you, very well known word. Isha iti dhatuhu, ishyate iti ichha. So isha iti dhatuhu, tatra punah sh iti pratyayah bhavati. So isha iti dhatuhu, sh iti pratyayah, tatra sh pratyay krute punah yak iti pratyayah bhavet, tasya abhavah nipatyate. So isha dhatoho sh pratyayah tasya तदनन्तरं जायमानस्य प्राप्स्यमानस्य लभ्यमानस्य yak iti pratyasya abhavah nipatyate. So understand what is happening. You have isha plus you have sh. Again, now here it is even more confusion. Isha is actually in the sixth gana. So isha will get sh as a vikarana pratyaya in presence of say tiptas, ji and so on. That's not what we are talking. Isha plus sh, it is a krut pratyaya. In presence of sh as a krut pratyaya, we would force a yakka because there is a sarvadhatuka pratyaya. That yakka is being removed. So you have isha plus sh. Now by ishugamiyamam chaha shit pratyay pare tatra chakaradeshah. So ichha plus sh. Hraswasya piti, no, sorry. Che cha iti tugagamaha itta plus cha. Stoshtu nashtu iti shchutvam. Isha ichha plus a. Ichha. Agre tap pratyaya ichha. You should be able to follow exact each line that I spoke right now. Prakriya must run in your brain by this time, otherwise all our efforts of all 120 classes so far are not sufficient. So ishe dhatoho sh pratyayah bhavati ichha. That's all that this particular sutram says. And then he gives vartika. In that vartika also a bunch of words have been given. Paricharya. So let's read actually Kaumudi. Paricharya, parisarya, mrugaya, atatya. So four words. Paricharya, parisarya, mrugaya, atatya इत्येतेषां सर्वेषाम् उपसंख्यानम्. इत्येते शब्दाः अपि तत्र यत् किमपि इष्टं, यत् किमपि इष्यते तत् सर्वं निपात्यते. So on the next line I have explained all these words. इच्छा इति अस्ति, तत्र श प्रत्ययः टाप् प्रत्यये कृते इच्छा इति निपात्यते. I have removed all these intermediate steps. You should be able to, I have explained it. You should be able to derive yourself. Paricharya, tatra sh pratyayah तथा yak pratyayah. So sh and yak prakriya is written over here. Parisharya. Parisarya. Parisaraha iti arthaha. Paricharya is deva puja. The meanings are given over here. Paricharya is puja. Parisarya is parisaranam. So meanings are given over here. So atra gunopi nipatyate. So sh asti, yak asti and gunaha asti. So sh is there, yak is there, and sru is becoming sara. So that's guna is there. Final prakriya is also given over here. तदनन्तरं मृग इति धातुः अस्ति. मृगया इति तृतीयः शब्दः. मृग इति धातुः अस्ति. अन्वेषणे चुरादौ अस्ति. It is in the 10th gana. So you will get णिच् over there. as soon as, and it is adanta dhatu. We can actually see this. Mruga. It is adanta. It's not mruga, or it is not mruga with anunasika akara. Mruga adanta asti. So mruga plus nica ato lopaha iti tatra akarasya lopaha prapnoti tasya abhavaha nipatyate. So ato lopaha iti akarasya lopabhavaha nipatyate. You have mruga plus nica plus yaka plus sha. Ato lopa iti abhavaha nipatyate. Nich e plus ya plus a णेर नीति इति णिच् प्रत्ययस्य लोपः तत्र मृग प्लस य प्लस अ मृगया इति रूपं सिद्ध्यति. So ato lopa, why is it necessary? Because if a after mruga goes away, then it will be mrugya, whereas what we want is mrugaya. So a must remain as it is. So mruga plus ya plus a mrugaya iti atra bhavati. अग्रे अस्ति अट्ट इति. सो अटाट्या इति अस्ति. तत्रापि कौमुद्यां प्रक्रिया दीयते. अटतेः शे यकीट्य शब्दस्य द्वित्वं पूर्वभागे यकार निवृत्तिर दीर्घश्च. डिफिकल्ट टू डेसिफर, बट आई हैव गिवन द प्रक्रिया. सो अटतेः शे श प्रत्ययः भवति. यकी यक इति अपि भवति. So that sh and yaka is common theme. That's why all these vartikas have been clubbed into this sutram. So atate she yaki tya shabda se dvitvam. So this tya, this part undergoes a dvitva. So tya, which is t plus ya plus a, that undergoes a dvitvam. So tya shabda se dvitvam. Tya and tya. Purva bhage yakara nivrutti. So this will be a t. Yakarasya nivrutti. A is still there. So a plus t plus tya. Dirghascha. So a plus ta plus tya. It's all chaos. Everything has been given as a vartika, and that becomes your prakriya. So atatehe she yaki tya shabdasya dvitvam purva bhage yakara nivrutti dirghascha. You can keep this prakriya, or you can just say look at the vartikam and atatya iti nipatyate. Anyway, Vartika has given the words. So paricharya, parisarya, mrugaya, atatya iti shabdaha nipatyante. Kaumudikara has somehow tried to give the prakriya. In my opinion, giving the prakriya makes sense if one or two things are coming as nipatanam. If 100 steps are being given as nipatanam, then it does not make sense to give that prakriya at all. That's actually happening over here. So atta iti asti, sha pratyayaha tadantaram yak, then dvitva is nipatanam, yakara nivrutti is nipatanam, dirgha it is nipatanam, and so on. So very weird, all these words. Anyway, so agrimam vartikam jagartehe akaraha va jagru iti dhatuhu tatra a iti pratyayah bhavati. So jagru iti dhatuhu a iti pratyayah bhavati va pakshe sh iti api pratyayah bhavati. So jagru iti dhatoho a pratyay krute jagara. Jagru plus a, another a on the top of it, or a top on the top of it. So jagara, and pakshe sh iti pratyayah tatra punaha yak iti sarvadhatuke yak jagarya iti ubhayatra rupam siddhyati. Somebody is saying mrugaya is a very well known word and Panini did not derive it. It seems that, yeah, I mean vartikam is there, so Panini must have forgotten this, or he might have a different pratyaya, I don't know. So but mrugaya word is given over here in the vartikam. So I think that's it. And Jagrati Akarava I just discussed. So essentially, you can take a look at this second slide. I think I almost ran away one after the other. But again, it makes sense to discuss the prakriya if one or two steps are nipatanas over here. Everything is just nipatana in words like, for example, atatya or mrugaya and so on. But anyway, ichha, paricharya, parisarya, mrugaya, atatya, jagarya, these are the words that are generated by this particular sutram and associated vartikas. So on time samapayamaha. So atra asmabhi ichha iti sutram yavat sarvam drushtam. Shvasnana varge I will discuss a pratyayat groshta halaha. Let's see, I want to cover all these three important apavadas. So all the way in the beginning of the class I discussed that we have three fundamental apavadas. We have a pratyaya, ang pratyaya, and yuch pratyaya. So these three apavadas are now just starting up. You have a pratyaya, you have ang pratyaya over here, and you have yuch pratyaya. Etesham sarvesham sutranam shvastana varge adhyanam karishyamahe, and then we will go in the next week. We will go to the remaining set of sutras. I think we just need one more week. So tomorrow's class and one more week to finish sheet number 9. So we are rapidly marching towards the end of the course. Adyatana abhyasaha krudanta sasutram sadhayata. 10 forms have been given. So your Mrugaya is also here. Pakti, Ichha, Kriya. Try to derive them. एकवाक्येन उत्तराणि लिखत. Simple questions. So स्त्रीत्व विशिष्टार्थ बोधक प्रत्यय इत्युक्ते किम्? एकम् उदाहरणं लिखत. अकर्तृचकारके संज्ञायामिति संज्ञाधिकारः अस्ति, तथापि संज्ञायां समज निषद इति सूत्रे संज्ञाग्रहणं किमर्थम्? So all has been explained in today's class. So samapayamaha. There are a few questions over here, but I'll answer them separately. I don't want to deviate anything from today's discussion. But otherwise, I think we are good. We have 4 more minutes remaining, but that's okay. अद्य समापयामः. श्वः अस्मिन्नेव समये पुनः नियमितरूपेण कक्षा भविष्यति. अष्टाध्यै जगन्माता यस्य चित्तात् समुत्थिता वेदानामुपकाराय तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. शब्दब्रह्म समाराध्य कृतवान्यो विलक्षणं सर्वाश्चर्यमिदं शास्त्रं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. येन धौता गिरः पुंसां विमलैः शब्दवारिभिः तमश्चाज्ञानिजं भिन्नं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. धन्यवादः.